Institutions are without question some of the darkest and most disturbing places in the system, and if you're not actually suffering from the crippling effects of mental illness, living in this type of environment will be a mentally agonizing experience. The foresight of what occurs inside these units would make the majority wish to avoid them. But once you are in, it is very hard to get out, and you will have to serve the same, if not a greater amount of time than you would have had to serve at a regular prison. So to put it briefly, if you commit a serious offense and then pretend to be crazy in order to get away with it, your life from that point forward will be an extremely dark and uncomfortable existence whether you manage to fool the system or not. But there is one benefit.
Dude, it literally just hit me that I can't jerk off for 2 weeks.
Which is the elimination of capital punishment. The United States cannot execute someone deemed insane during the time of their offense, which is the only conceivable reason a defendant would cling to this narrative even after knowing what lies ahead should it succeed. And this happens to be a notion that ties in closely to the...
Can I say something really fucked up here? I'm going to be completely honest. If I had a life sentence, I think I would prefer to get the death penalty than go to an insane asylum. Personally. Right? Like, personally, I understand not wanting to die, right? But I actually think that I'm against the death penalty, but the reason I'm against the death penalty is because I think it's like what? Torture the motherfucker. Like, if somebody's like that bad that they're getting the death penalty, it's like, nah, fuck with them. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's fucked up. Maybe that's fucked up. Like, yo, like, really, really. You ever read Kafka in the Penal Colony? Here we behead? I don't know anything about head. That's kind of weird. Here's why I don't think it's kind of weird. I think death penalty is like the worst punishment, right? I feel like anybody who's getting the death penalty, it should be... I don't know. Do you think that... I feel like any crime that warrants the death penalty, the person who does it doesn't care about the consequences at all. Probably, right? You guys are probably right. False convictions exist. Very true. Very true. Very true. Yeah. Do you think that anything that is really that bad that it's getting whatever the worst punishment is, even if it's not the death penalty? That's probably the type of person who's not actually like, oh man, I don't want to go to jail. Cause I feel like a lot of people do crime because they're put in a really bad situation. You know? Like, you know, people who sell drugs, they're probably desperate. People who rob a bank, probably desperate. There are a lot of people who do it because of a last resort. And I understand that. Like, I understand how that can happen. It doesn't mean that you don't get in trouble, but I understand how, like, stuff like that can happen. You know, look, my life wasn't great at times. I ended up streaming. You know, people make mistakes, and people do bad things for money. Now, there are a lot of things that are absolutely fucking ridiculous, right? Like, for example, there are, I know that this happens in New York a lot. People want overtime, right? Because being a cop is a job. They want overtime, you know, it's the end of the month. What do? You go by a high school, you pick up some random kids who are smoking weed. Even if they're not smoking weed, you say they're smoking weed. Like, oh, look at that jewel. What do you got? You got the devil's lettuce? You got the devil's lettuce inside that thing? Now you take them downtown, you got to write up the thing, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, you just got overtime. You know? I'm not saying all cops are bad, man. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, like, if you want to hit your quota, you just take someone down to the clink. You know, you fill stuff up. You fill out the paperwork. Cops do that in LA. I mean, they do it in New York. I know that they do it in New York for sure. Imagine your life getting changed forever because of that. Because now that puts you in a bad situation where you have to react to get out of it. Imagine getting in trouble for selling drugs, and then you can't get a real job. What the fuck are you gonna do to make money besides sell drugs? You know, it's crazy that so many mistakes. You can have one simple mistake that just ruins someone's life, and I think that's wrong. I think that's wrong.
Primary subject of this video. It will focus on one particular individual whose interrogation footage is so fraught with blatant trickery that most of the segments presented to you.
Sorry, I don't want to get political, but somebody in the chat just said, I really don't like to get political, but somebody said, saying that all cops are not bad is that's the same logic that the Nazis used. I just want to let you know, I think that you're mentally hilarious. That is one of the dumbest things I have ever fucking heard, dude. You are so you make me think that people shouldn't have the right to vote. I would rather live in a dictatorship than live in a place where you can vote. I hope that you don't live in my country. Jesus Christ, did Hassan just raid me? What the fuck is this shit, man? Man, I'm going to get through these. I'm going to get through my time inside of Mizkit's closet without any problem at all with people that entertaining. Jesus fucking Christ, the time is flying by, man. You're funny, man. You're a funny guy.
You won't even need suggestive commentary. You can simply observe and judge for yourself whether you see authentic behavior or not. But before showing you what pretending to be crazy looks like, we'll briefly show you a genuine case of the criminally insane, or at least a far more convincing one. This is 18-year-old Jared Murray, a freshman at East Central University in Oklahoma. On a Wednesday evening in December, he asked fellow student Gennaro Sanchez for a ride to Walmart. Once they got there, Murray pulled out a handgun and made Gennaro drive to an isolated country road where he shot him twice in the head. He then attempted to hitchhike to Canada, but was soon apprehended by police on the side of the road. He immediately confessed to the crime once apprehended, and was then interrogated by the arresting officer.
I went down to his dorm room and asked if I could be given a ride to Walmart in exchange for $20 gas money.
So he took you to Walmart?
Yes, sir.
And did you both go in?
No, we did not go in, sir.
And why not?
We pulled into the parking lot, then I pulled the weapon on him and demanded that he take me to Asher, Oklahoma, sir.
And why did
Thank you
you
for the subs.
decide that you needed to go to Asher?
Because I was planning to take him out into the country and kill him.
Okay. Did he
Okay.
He panicked, wanted to pull out his phone. I yanked the phone out of his hand, and then he panicked some more, kept telling me not to kill him. To make him feel more comfortable, I unloaded the clip, unloaded the bullet from the chamber, handed them over to him, and that eased his nerves a little. Then I pulled a second clip out of my pocket and set it on my lap.
And so you're driving east, and so I guess at some point...
What a goof! What a goof! Yeah, I'm unloading the weapon. What a goof! Gotcha! Jesus fucking Christ! Yeah, this guy is fucking insane, dude. Man. These people who are obsessed with clips, man. He's got a real problem. Yeah, he's obviously insane. Like, you can tell this guy's insane, in my opinion. Like, I feel uncomfortable watching him. That's you in 2 weeks? Okay.
Did you decide now was the time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And
Clip it.
I loaded the gun quickly, chambered the round quickly, shot once, missed, shot a second time, hit, jumped out of the car, went around. He was driving 10-15 miles an hour, so it was rather slow. Ran around the hood of the car, and of course it was slow when he wasn't purposefully driving.
Hello.
I tried to pull him out, couldn't get him out until he already had hit the tree. Pulled him out there, dumped him into the... before I dumped him into the ditch, I heard him gurgling. I'm not sure if that was...
I think anybody who remembers a violent crime this well is probably insane. Because there's like a level of like... it's like somebody telling their story of like a night out at the bar. It's like, yeah, and then like I ordered around a shot, you know. It's like this guy like stand up. Like that is a level of it. Like a normal person in a situation like that is going to repress it because it's so fucking terrible. You know, he's relishing in the details. I need to blow my nose.
A physical process after death, but I thought that he might have still lived through that somehow, because he was gurgling, so I shot him again and then shoved him down in the ditch.
He makes
He's
a half-hearted
smiling.
attempt to conceal the body with a handful of leaves and a stick. He then walks in the direction of the highway.
Did you get back on the highway?
Yes, sir.
And which way did you go?
No, sir.
And what were your intentions? When you were walking north?
Canada.
Dude, he's describing the way he went in cardinal directions. Crazy. That's crazy as fuck.
Yes, sir.
You guys are going to Canada?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
He states that his plan was to escape into Canada, but he had nothing to escape with, not even a passport.
I had tried hitchhiking most of the way because the only way this was going to work, factoring in my belief that y'all found the crime scene, is if someone were to give me a ride.
Wow.
And
Thank you, man.
Whenever your patrol car was pulling up behind me, I didn't know it was a patrol car. I stuck my thumb out, and you was there for the rest.
People with ADHD save 10 hours studying with this Chrome extension. But no, by all means.
Jared, I want to
Targeted ads were a mistake.
ask you just point blank, because, I mean, you sat here and confessed to,
Pretty much everything.
in my mind, and I think you might agree with me, just cold-bloodedly killed a young man tonight.
Yes, sir.
Or last night. Have you ever killed anybody else?
No, sir.
You will now see the detective attempt to establish a motive for the crime.
I guess I'm having a hard time understanding what you got out of it. Can you help me?
I don't really get anything out of it.
Do you feel any remorse?
I'm sad that I got caught so quickly.
Tell me why I should believe you that there just was going to be one person that was going to suffer from your consequences of killing.
You have no reason to believe me, sir.
I guess I'm just still having a real hard time understanding why.
The detective fails to establish a solid motive for a further 2 minutes. The discussion eventually lands on the victim's long-term girlfriend.
You don't think she's going to be upset, heartbroken?
I think she will be, sir.
How does that make you feel?
No different, sir.
Yeah, I mean, who cares what a girl feels like? I mean, at least he has one sane thing about him.
I think you've been honest with me. I think you've told me just straight up, right out of the book.
Yo, guys, do you think I just got invited to Scuffed?
What happened?
Yes, sir.
But, you know, you've done a terrible thing tonight.
Yes, sir.
You killed a young man.
Yes, sir.
Just for the simple fact of, I guess pretty much this is safe for you.
Yes, sir.
And what do you think should happen to you?
Death sentence, sir.
And why do you think you deserve the death sentence?
An eye for an eye, sir.
Do you believe an eye for an eye?
Yes, sir.
Kind of metal.
Jared Murray was found not guilty by reason of insanity. He was committed to a high-security mental facility where he is to remain indefinitely.
Anything to say for yourself today?
Dude, those are fucking crazy eyes. Holy shit. I hate to say that, but this motherfucker looks crazy as shit. Like, you could show me him and be like, yo, this is a cosplayer. And I'd be like, no, he ain't. Like, I don't even think I could do that if I tried. Did I do it? Did I look scary? Wait, did I look scary? Did I look scary? You have pervert eyes. Okay, shut the fuck up, man. I tried to be scary for a second there, man. You went cross-eyed? Yeah, like, guys, you want to see me make a scary face? And my reaction to be scary is just... Like, fuck, man. I'm such a fucking idiot, dude. I tried, though.
No, ma'am. Any reason why you might have done this to this young man?
No, ma'am.
No reason.
No, ma'am.
You have nothing to say for yourself.
No, ma'am.
You want to tell the community anything?
No, ma'am.
Did you confess to police?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you proud of what you've done?
No, ma'am.
Do you have remorse for what you've done?
No, ma'am.
He appears completely void of human emotion. No regret, remorse, shame, nor fear. He had both taken a life and destroyed his own, yet seems indifferent to the circumstances. With respect to his interrogation footage,
Here's the thing that's so weird. He's crazy, right? He's like a sociopath. But everything about him is very logical besides the murder. Right? Like, he's got manners. At least his mother raised him right. But yeah, like, I don't get why he did the murder. He seems like somebody who would just go to get stuff out of it. You know what I mean? He enjoys it, but he's saying he didn't enjoy it. And he's not lying about anything else. I just wonder why he did it. Not a sociopath? Yeah, sociopaths lie, actually, right? Mother raised him right? Hey, man. I think his mother raised him right. I think his mother raised him right. He's very, 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 psychopath. Sociopaths lie, right? He's a narcissist. Narcissists also lie. Trust me, I know.
the most conspicuous element was the complete lack of self-preservation. He didn't once attempt to deflect blame, nor afford himself any type of justification for his actions. He simply spoke in a factual, non-biased manner, impartial to how his words may have been taken or even twisted to be used against him. There was no calculated structure to his behavior whatsoever. So with this notion in mind, let's move on to the primary subject of this video.
Yo, Jay. Oh, yo, it's Shakobo. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs, man. Oh, shit.
A little bit. Have a seat.
Wait, is this going to be TOS? Is this the one that's TOS, Vegito? That one of them is TOS. But I don't know which one. Nah, you good? Yo, you good. Can I say something, guys? From the bottom of my heart right now. This one is good as far as I know. Thank you. I'm going to say something from the bottom of my heart. 4 months ago, I started streaming. Final Fantasy was one of the most beautiful journeys that I have had and will continue to have in gaming. I was very scared to stream anything besides Final Fantasy. And, you know, I've done 3 Just Chatting streams. And you guys have, like, there's so many new people here, and you're just as cool as everybody who's been watching my streams in Final Fantasy. So everybody who supported OTK, thank you. Thank you for being here for the first time. Thank you for following the stream. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for letting me do this crazy fucking idea of this subathon. It means a lot to me, and I'm excited to get to do all these different crazy ideas that I've had on Twitch for such a long time. I'm really looking forward to it. And also, I hope that he can't hear me right now, but I fucking love Mizkif, man. When I told Mizkif this idea, he was like, dude, come over. Literally was like, I'm going to lock myself in your closet for 2 fucking weeks. I'm literally going to leech off of your closet. And he's like, dude, come over, yo. I was like, where are you? Like, he's such a fucking good guy. He told me to tell you this. I saw him save a praying mantis from drowning yesterday. He told me to tell you guys that. He's such a good guy. I literally saw, there was a praying mantis. This is a true story. There's a praying mantis, and it was drowning. And he took it from the water, and he moved it. And he turned to me in Seer, and he goes, yo, tell Chad I did that. Yeah, what a guy. Yeah, what a guy.
Did you feet up? No, do not think about getting up, right, buddy?
This is 19-year-old Nicholas Cruz, who 3 hours and 55 minutes prior to this moment murdered 17 people at his former high school in Parkland, Florida. Among the dead were 3 teachers and 14 students, the majority of whom were 14 years old. A further 17 students were seriously wounded during the massacre. The gunman dropped his rifle 7 minutes into the rampage and then blended in with the crowd as he ran out of the building. He was at large for 1 hour and 20 minutes, during which time he stopped off at a Subway and then a McDonald's, where he sat down and casually spoke to one of the victim's brothers. The student was unaware that his older sister had just been shot through the chest by the man sitting across the table. The description of the shooter was transmitted by police over the radio, which led to an officer identifying and arresting him on a street just 2 miles away from the school. He was taken to the nearest hospital and examined by a doctor for roughly 1 hour and 45 minutes. He was medically cleared and then transferred to the local sheriff's office, where he was subjected to interrogation.
No, do not think about getting up, right, buddy?
Is he sedated here? Good thing he was an idiot. Dude, that's the thing that's scary. I feel like truly crazy people are the hardest to catch, right? They're like the hardest to catch because you can't figure out their motive. Like, if a guy kills his wife, you know, it's easy to figure out. But, like this is a real fucking tragedy. But he could just walk away because it's hard to figure out a motive, right? He just pleaded guilty recently, I think. Unless they're the Zodiac Killer. Dude, I actually want to watch something about the Zodiac Killer. About, like, the Zodiac Killer finally being, like, they learned his identity, right? But he was already deceased. It was, like, what, a week ago? That shit's fucking wild.
From the moment the subject entered the room, his eyes have been fixed upon nothing but the floor. He's held on to this downward-facing gaze as if he's either in a state of shock or disconnected from the moment.
Can I make a joke about the Zodiac Killer? Nah, I shouldn't do it. I was gonna make a joke, but I don't think anyone will think it's funny. I was gonna make a joke about the Zodiac, like, I was gonna make a joke, like, so it could still be Schlatt, but it's, like, not funny to anybody. Yeah, it's too soon.
At the exact moment the door shuts, he lifts up his head to observe his surroundings. His behavior completely shifts once he believes no one is watching. If we look at his demeanor a moment earlier, we can see the contrast. He went from being detached to alert. His behavior changed as the environment changed, which is a recurring theme throughout this interrogation. It shows us that his mind isn't wandering off during these moments of apparent disconnection. He is in fact fully present and very aware of what's going on around him.
Guys, stop naming all of my friends and saying that he looks like them. He does not. What are you fucking talking about, dude? Like, what the fuck, bro?
What is the point of this video?
Guys, stop.
As he looks up, his eyes immediately lock onto the camera. He now knows he is still being watched, and his following gestures will resemble that of someone with suicidal tendencies.
Wait, he knows he's being watched now?
At face value, these externalized suicidal thoughts may seem genuine to some, but when framed with the rest of his behavior throughout this interrogation, they are exposed for what they really are: an act, a calculated attempt to garner sympathy and paint his character in what he believes to be a more positive light.
All right, how you doing, Nick? You all right? Gotta be able to speak so I can hear you. All right, I just need to ask you really your name and date of birth just to confirm I got it right, and then I'm gonna see you want a glass of water or something. What's your first name?
This is a situation where the proof against the suspect is already conclusive. He is without question responsible for the crimes under investigation, making the pursuit of a confession not essential. The police know he did it, but they need to know why he did it, which would already require a complex strategy in order to obtain the correct information. But the suspect's first recorded statements upon his arrest have now made the procedure considerably more difficult.
What's going on today, bro?
The demons, man.
Demons?
Voices.
Voices? Voices and demons?
Where's the voices? What happened?
Shut up.
Just be quiet, man.
Shut up.
I like the guy just going, shut the fuck up, dude. We ain't involved with this. Shut the fuck up. Like, dude, shut up. It's like he's probably, if he kept talking, he probably would have given like a bunch of incriminating evidence and they were just like, not worth it. Already got him. Shut the fuck up. Who asked? Who is this guy talking to?
Voices.
These two words have now forged the primary stratagem of his own interrogation, which is to cut through deception under the guise of supportive examination. The questions will be designed to lock him into a specific narrative about his alleged psychosis, while simultaneously giving him the impression that his responses are for his own benefit. Anything he says now can be used to refute any amendments he might come up with at a later stage. We all know that after this interrogation, he will have significantly more time to think, study, and even seek guidance from professionals about how the legal system interconnects with mental illness. Yet the majority of this forthcoming knowledge could be useless to him depending on what he says during these moments. The more details he gives away, the less options he will have for his defense later on. But pursuing this objective is complicated, as there are two very common scenarios.
You ever think the lawyers for a guy like this just don't do their homework? Like, if I was like, this is why I couldn't be a lawyer.
For when this type of suspect gets interrogated. And just to be entirely clear, by this type of suspect, we mean someone who is 1. Pretending to be insane, and 2. Not fooling anyone. Their most common response is to simply shut down. They regress into total silence or some type of catatonic state, and the interrogation never gets off the ground. The other common response is the exact opposite. They erupt into hysteria or supposed delirium, and everything from that point forward becomes incoherent. The lead detective, John Curcio, must not allow either of these scenarios to transpire, and this makes the first 2 minutes absolutely crucial. He needs to create a positive first impression and resemble the furthest thing from a...
Yo, guys, I'm gonna fake insane. Tell me if I'm convincing. I don't want to be hosted by Asmongold. Is that good? Did that seem insane? That's pretty good. 10 out of 10. Thank you. Dude, I can't wait for the nasal drops. I need mercy. That's a person, by the way. Holy shit, we're almost at 15,000 subs. That's wild. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Alright, cool. Shot her a text just to see when I get my nose drops. Oh, fuck, I forgot to add, sub points. You know what? We will add channel points if we have 15,000 subs. That's the sub goal. We'll get it added. We'll add channel points today. Because with Jito, you can add channel points, right? Yo, Tomu, thank you very much for the 5 months. That's the sub goal. With Jito, you can add them, right? We'll add them right now. Yeah, from your PC. Vegito can actually do it. Guys, anything that needs to get done, Vegito can do. Wow, whoa, it's actually Channel Points Monday. Guys, don't minus 600. If we get to 15,000 subs, Channel Points will be added.
Hoodies,
yep.
Less than 3.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Shiro. All right, here we go.
Threat, while at the same time maintain a presence of authority. His temperament will be easygoing and non-confrontational, but also encouraging when extracting a response. His role at this moment is the ally. He needs to be liked, respected, but must not be feared. Not yet, anyway.
You have to
Going
mirror.
off the suspect's
Yep.
initial demeanor, the detective will know that he is far more likely to regress into a state of silence at this opening stage. And if he can prevent that from happening within the first 2 minutes, he is over the first obstacle.
Hello? 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 Ah, man.
All right, how you doing, Nick? I just need to ask you really your name and date of birth just to confirm I got it right, and then I'm gonna see you want a glass of water or something. What's your first name? Come on, Nick. Huh? Spell it for me.
Okay.
Come on, I'm old. You gotta talk so I can hear you. N-I-K. O.
Oh.
Okay. A-S. And what's your middle name? Come on, man, speak so I can hear you.
Jacob.
Jacob. J-A-C. What's your date of birth? Okay, you need to relax, because I'm the last detective or policeman you're going to have to talk to. So right off the bat, that should be somewhat comforting to you to know that I'm the last guy you got to talk to. But the thing about it is, look at me. I got to be able to hear you. Okay? So all I want to do is get basic information from you, and then we'll get into the, you know, whether you want a glass of water, all that stuff. What's your date of birth?
09.
January?
Low key, I feel like this guy's not doing the best job.
09.
09 September.
The investigation team already know the answers to these basic questions. Their only purpose are to initiate a response, and their non-threatening nature make it more likely for the suspect
A lot of people
to
are saying he
engage.
actually
They
is.
are
Keep
essentially
watching.
the opening wedge to get the two-way dialogue flowing. And although the suspect is still partially committed to his catatonic state, as we can clearly see, he is still responsive, making it unlikely for him to regress into complete silence from this point forward. Everything up to this moment has gone to plan. The detective has one foot in the door, and he can now develop the relationship from a more secure position. He goes about this with a standard method of rapport development, the offer of food and water.
All right, let me do this. You want a cold water? You don't know if you want cold water? Thank you. Well, I'm going to bring in 2, because I want one. It was hot, and then if you decide you want to have it, that's fine. You sure you don't want something to eat? Okay.
The refusal to accept food and water is a familiar response which you may have already seen on this channel. It's a glaring manifestation of shame. This is not to be confused with guilt nor remorse. Both of
Yeah, you guys want a cold glass of water? Yo, Zero, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. You guys want a cold glass of water? You sinners. Look at all these shameful people refusing the food. Now, seriously, how about this? I'll leave the room. I'll bring back 2. And I'll drink one of them. And you can have the other if you feel like it. If not, maybe I'll have it. So I can leave the room? Is that okay? Okay? Is it okay if I go? Alright, let me go get us some water. Alright, guys? I got you guys. I want out. Dude, I honestly, that was kind of weird what I did at the door. Almost as weird as soda popping that one time. Oh my god.
of which require the acceptance of responsibility, which in turn directs our focus outwards on the feelings of others. Shame, on the other hand, shifts our focus on the perceptions of others towards ourselves. The subject is afraid of how it will look if he accepts the offer, considering the circumstances.
Watch Mr. Bolland.
He instead wants to appear as if he's so negatively affected by the events that he's unconcerned with meeting his basic needs.
Of course, I have so many different keys. Alright, I'll be right back.
Once again, his demeanor abruptly switches when the detective leaves the room. With his head buried
Yeah, the one guy in chat who goes, what if he's just not hungry?
in his hands, it's anyone's guess as to what is going through his mind at this moment. But what you are about to see next is extremely revealing. Cruz was a left-handed shooter. The surveillance at the school would confirm this, and if you pay close attention to the movements of his hands in the next moments, although very subtle, you can see that he's reimagining holding his weapon. But what's more telling is how his demeanor abruptly stops and then completely switches right before he looks in the direction of the camera. He goes from holding a rifle and beginning to smirk, to then pretending to cry and reverting back to his suicidal mannerisms. This all occurs in under 4 seconds. It could be assumed that for a brief moment, he was not only recollecting the attack, but gaining gratification from doing so. He then remembered he was on film, giving reason for the sharp adjustment. His true self was reliving the attack and enjoying his work, while his false self was so dejected to the point he was externalizing suicidal thoughts. Complete opposites.
Yeah, I don't like this guy.
His next calculated charade is one of self-harm. He first bites himself without drawing blood, or leaving any marks that were visible in his jail intake photographs.
Dude, I'm so good at reacting, man. Everybody always agrees with my takes. Like, that's not common. I'm really good at reacting, man. You're so woke. Yo, mod that guy. I am so good at reacting, man. This is my first time reacting. You know, I'm more of a gameplay streamer. For anybody who's here for the first time, I'm one of the best Final Fantasy 14 players in the entire world. Welcome to stream for the first time. Hit the channel with a follow. I appreciate it. I'm like the Shroud of MMORPGs, except when Shroud plays MMORPGs, that kind of fucks with my thing. But people in the chat, they call me the Shroud of MMORPGs. You can call me Rich. I'm currently doing a subathon. You can watch me sleep. But I'm trying some new things, and it seems like I'm just as good as them as I am in Final Fantasy 14. What if Yoshi P's watching? He'd literally be like, nightmare.
What up?
Wow, 8 minutes.
He
That's
then
about how much time
scratches
it's going to take
and
me to
squeezes at the
down
2
T.
needle punctures in his arm from where his blood was taken at the hospital. At the very moment the detective re-enters the room,
Guys, thank you
he
for all
will
these
act
subs.
as if
Thank
he's
you.
desperately trying to conceal his self-injurious behavior.
Alright.
That freaks me out. I'm terrified of needles, guys.
Setting aside the glaring contradiction that he just murdered and maimed dozens of people while leaving himself without so much as a scratch, it's the frequency of these little charades that makes their deception so transparent. This is a person who is not self-injurious, pretending to be someone that
Kelly, I
is,
appreciate that.
but it's such a feeble attempt at feigned self-harm, it would almost be a comical moment if the circumstances weren't as horrific.
Dude, I like how the narrator's just like, this guy's
Good
a
luck.
bitch. Wait, there's a bug in here. Oh my fucking god, boys.
Keep up the stream, man.
One shot. One shot, dude. One shot. You know, I like how the narrator's just like, this guy's a fucking bitch. He sucks at lying. I fucking hate him.
Don't need anymore. You want them off? We can pull them off. I'll get you a garbage can. You want them off?
You
Put 'em on
seem
the-
genuinely crazy because
Put 'em on
you
the corner.
didn't stall.
Alright, this one is mine, because I already opened it. This one's yours in case you change your mind.
The
Let's
next 4 minutes are the extremely tedious process of getting the subject to engage further through basic questions. The topic of his phone will now be brought up.
What about your phone? Do you have a phone?
I lost it.
When did you lose it?
Today.
Today?
Today.
Okay. What kind of phone is it?
I don't know.
Okay, is it a flip top, an iPhone, a Samsung? It's a phone. What's the number?
Okay, the Blizzard jokes are very good, guys. They're very good. Don't you guys have phones? A flip top? No, that's what they're called. Actually, flip top used to be my nickname in college. It's a common saying. Yeah. I used to be a flip top. That's what they call me all the time. Flip top Campbell. No, it didn't. Hey, ban that guy.
Okay.
He will now begin to feign a state of hysteria, which then morphs into a simulated panic attack and fake hyperventilation. The detective will need to refute the act immediately as to not let the subject gain confidence with it, but he also has to maintain rapport and avoid confrontation. He essentially has to tell the subject to knock it off, but in the most passive manner possible.
I can't remember, dude. I can't.
Okay, Nick, calm down.
Okay.
You've already been medically cleared. I know what's going to be talked about.
The only insane thing about you is thinking Asmongold will host you in MPL.
Hey, I was listening to that, pussy.
It's difficult, but again, you don't remember your phone number. How long you had the phone? How long have you had the phone? Nick, the doctor's already looking at you.
Okay.
Okay, you're fine. You're not having any problems at the moment, and you're perfectly fine. So calm your breathing down, all right? And I want to believe certain things that you're going to tell me, but, you know, if we're getting where you're going to hyperventilate over a phone number, okay? All right.
All right.
So what's your phone number?
I feel like the best way to act insane is to just jerk off at weird shit. Like if I was in a situation where I need to act insane, I'd be like, hey, if you really want to help me out, man, could you bring me a stick of gum? And then I would take the stick of gum and I would, like, make it into a triangle and I would just stare at it. I would just keep staring at it. When the guy that'd be talking to me, and I'd be like, I'd be like, huh? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Now that's insane, bro. Now that's insane. Just, yeah, that's fine. Just stare at this folded up triangle of
Huh?
The episode is somewhat curbed, but the subject is still clearly committed to it.
954-821.
2007.
2007.
Yo, text this guy, fuck you.
Is often invisible. Advanced Genifique Serum. Patented.
Dude, imagine the guy who got that phone number next. You know, because there's some asshole running around with that phone number now. You know, like they use it again later, man. They use it again later. There's some fucking guy running around with that phone right now, and every now and then he just gets a real fucking bad text message.
1007.
1007. And again, going back to what kind it is. Do you know if it's an iPhone, a Samsung? How long have you had it? Every kid knows what the phone is, man. I got kids your age.
Ever since my mother died.
I know, I heard about that. That's what I was going to talk about next.
What the fuck? God damn it. Even here, man. Even here. Even fucking here, man. I just can't get a break. I just can't get a fucking break. It's fine, I'm just gonna switch to the webcam. Give me 1 sec. Dude, I cannot get a fucking break, man. Jeez Louise. I cannot get a break. Yo, let's slide this bad boy on over here. Alrighty. Room. There we go. Hey. Let's go to game, and then we'll add a video capture device. Add existing. Is this what it was called? One sec, guys. Hello.
Pop.
Pog. This'll do. Sorry about that, guys. Let me turn off the other one for now. You paid $60K for this? Yeah. Yeah, I did. OTK moment. Hey, it happens. We're a new org. These things happen.
This is a turning point. Cruz's adoptive mother had indeed passed away the year prior from pneumonia. The topic is sympathetic towards himself, and it seems to have stopped the feigned hysteria in its tracks. Compared to his neurotic behavior in the minutes leading up to this moment, he all of a sudden appears calm. He is clearly receptive, and thus responsive, to the cue of compassion when it's directed at himself. The detective recognizes this, and although he said he would talk about the subject's mother next, he instead focuses on it immediately to keep him engaged.
Alright. So, but you had, since your mom died, how long has your mom passed?
I can't remember, I think.
Okay. This
November.
year, last year?
November.
November? Okay. Okay, when your mom passed, were you living with her? Okay, what city was that? Parkland?
Everybody talking about OTK production. When we first started OTK, we always said, you know, sometimes like if we start being too good at producing, we'll actually scuff it up more. I remember having a conversation with Asma. It was like, yeah, we'll scuff it up more. You know, we'll always stay true to our roots. And we said that we would scuff it up more. And you know what's funny? We've never needed to do that. We've absolutely never needed to do that, which is fantastic. We actually need to hire better people. Yeah, so I'm glad that we haven't gotten to that point that we've ever needed to scuff it up more. Yeah, not on purpose.
Subject drops the act and becomes more engaged in the conversation. The detective inquires further about his mother for roughly 3 minutes before shifting the discussion. It focuses mainly on the subject's background, and he first declares that he was depressed for the majority of his childhood. He then reveals his history of drug use, which consists of marijuana and Xanax. After that, he claims to have attempted suicide by alcohol poisoning 2 years ago, but in his own words, was able to sleep it off. He then states that he was employed at the Dollar Tree for the last 2 years working as a cashier.
So you've been able to hold down a job for 2 years, that's pretty good, right?
Yes.
Other than Dollar Tree, where else did you ever work?
Dude, I feel like alcohol poisoning is the worst way to kill yourself.
Alright, when you tried to...
Like, I feel like that's not actually a suicide attempt. Yeah, like that's worse? No, I mean like, oh god, that sounds bad. I'm just saying that it doesn't seem like, oh, never mind. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't say that, alright?
Kill yourself with alcohol, your mom was still alive. What were you depressed about back then?
Least effective, yeah.
Loneliness.
Loneliness?
Loneliness.
Friends? No friends? Or what kind of loneliness? I mean, everybody gets lonely.
Solitude.
Solitude? You don't have a lot of friends?
No.
Okay. Today, when I say today, starting from last night when you went to bed to this morning, did you do any kind of drugs at all? Any Xanax, any marijuana, anything like that? No? Okay.
The subject reveals that he has a biological brother whom he was adopted with. He then claims to have been making $1,200 a month at the Dollar Tree. The discussion now lands on what his aspirations were.
When you weren't depressed, what did you want to be when you got out of school? A ranger, an Army Ranger? Did you ever apply, fill out any paperwork to try to go to the Army?
I took the ASVAB, failed.
Okay, why'd you fail?
Because I was stupid.
You what?
I'm stupid.
You're stupid? Okay, were you going to take it again?
I was afraid to take it.
Okay, but you had aspirations to do something with your life.
It's true what they say. Even a broken clock is correct twice a day.
You wanted to be that's a hell of a thing to want to be, an Army Ranger.
The discussion moves on to the subject's gun collection, which continues for roughly 4.5 minutes. The attack on the school is yet to be mentioned, but the last gun to now be discussed was his choice of weapon to commit the massacre.
What made you choose out of all the guns to want to buy an AR-15?
Cool looking.
Cool looking? Okay. Now when you bought it, I mean, it was a
Cosmetic
legitimate purchase, they gave you a receipt and everything, right? So you bought it legally, right? Did you fill out those forms and everything? Okay, you remember those forms? Okay.
The detective now shifts the topic onto his former high school, the same place he carried out the attack.
Now, 3 years ago when you went to Douglas,
holy shit,
and
man.
obviously you stopped going there. Why'd you stop going there?
My depression worsened.
The depression worsened, and what was going on? Did you just stop school on your own, or did some incident happen where?
Yes, some incident.
Well, what was the incident that happened?
Fought a kid.
You fought a kid? You remember the kid's name?
Yeah.
Ian. And did you guys both get in trouble for the fight, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what did they do? Suspend you?
They suspended me.
Okay. And what happened from there? After you got suspended, did you go back to school?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened? Why'd you stop going there then?
Felt embarrassed.
You felt embarrassed because you got suspended, or you felt embarrassed because of why?
Because of the fight.
Okay. Well, what was embarrassing about the fight? What were you guys fighting over?
A girl.
A girl? Well, what was embarrassing about it? I mean, did Ian get the better of you? Was that what was embarrassing, or he got the better of you? Okay.
He has just provided the state with a solid argument for a motive. Establishing a reason for an offense is critical when dealing with claims of insanity. It can not only indicate premeditation, but also calculated malice in connection to the crime. Something
he lost.
Considered absent in the mind of the criminally insane. He also asserts that he was lonely and depressed while attending the school, all of which can reinforce the argument that he was exacting revenge upon the community in which he felt ostracized.
Alright, so you go back to school. What ends up happening? You just stop going to school out there, or you got into more problems? Got
into more problems.
What was the more problems?
Failing class.
Okay.
Guys, I'm gonna pee really quick. Is that okay?
And this was all while your mom was still alive?
Can I pee really quick? I want to replay this part really quick.
Did there come a point in time where you just stopped going there, or they expelled you?
I mean, I need to. I need to pee.
Transferred me.
They guys both get in trouble for the fight, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what did they do? Suspend you?
They suspended me.
Okay.
Back.
Failing class.
Okay.
Not going to school.
Okay.
Fake
Subathon,
Subathon,
your mom was
guys.
still alive?
Yeah.
If I had a way to pee in here, I
Point
would.
in time where you just stopped
I have
going
to
there, or they
pee, but
expelled
I will be honest. I feel like I'm getting away with murder when I walk into the bathroom and get to pee in the bathroom. I do feel like I'm getting away with murder, which nobody in this YouTube video would understand.
Or I just stopped going and then transferred me.
They transferred you?
Bottle? I don't have a bottle.
When they transferred you, was that upsetting to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
As we know, the suspect has made the claim about hearing a voice which he labeled the demon. The detective will now attempt to get a detailed narrative of these perceptual disturbances. He will do so by asking a series of open-ended questions, and then continuous follow-up questions thereafter. This will lock him into specific claims about what he was hearing. The more information he gives away, the less he will be able to amend later on. And the more questions that are posed, the more likely he is to make contradictions that can be used against him. The suspect believes this is some type of clinical evaluation for the sake of his own well-being, and this misconception will become glaringly apparent later on. He, at this moment, is oblivious to the fact he is giving information away that will be used to cut through his own defense in years to come.
You go to the hospital, the doctors clear you, and you're talking about demons. What are the demons?
The voices.
Well, tell me about it. What are the voices about?
It's another voice, the evil side.
Installing a water slide to get people into the office was a bad idea.
It's the evil side.
How long has that voice been going on?
Years.
Did you ever tell anybody about the voice? Never? And what does the voice say to you?
Burn, kill, destroy.
Okay, burn, kill, destroy what?
Feel.
Okay. But have you ever burned, killed, or destroyed anything? What did you burn, kill, or destroyed?
Burned, just fire. Set fire.
To what?
In a pit. Fire.
Oh, a fire pit. Okay, well, I mean, the voice told you to burn something, you built a fire in a fire pit. What's destructive about that? That's what fire pits are made for. What else did the voice tell you to do that's...
Kill animals.
Okay, have you ever killed animals?
Yes.
What kind of animals?
Birds.
Birds? Wild birds or...
I know I shouldn't laugh at that. I know that I shouldn't laugh at that. But I'm just thinking of my being like, Rich, what are you watching?
People's pets. How do you kill them?
Birds.
How do you kill them?
Wait for them, kill them.
Oh, can't catch them, so how are you waiting for them?
Out in...
Guys, stop. Killing animals is not funny. Like, seriously, killing animals is not funny. I'm actually at the point that I use the PETA-friendly terms for everything. I say you should feed 2 birds with 1 scone. You're feeding a fed horse. What else? What are the other PETA-friendly terms? Guys, get with the times, alright? It's 2021. You just killed a bug. You just killed a bug. You just killed a bug. You just got banned. You just got banned. You just got banned. Yeah, thanks for spamming. You fucking weirdo. Imagine spamming in a chat. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck do you think you are? Don't you realize that I just got this computer from Miz, and if you spam in the chat, it's going to overheat?
Wait for a bird to come up.
There's no way, man. I'm a bird lover. There's no way. You can't catch a bird, Holmes.
No, I mean like...
with a pellet gun? Oh, okay. Where's your pellet gun?
It broke.
Okay. Alright, so the voices tell you to herd animals and start fires in the fire pit. When was the last time you heard the voice?
Yesterday.
What time was it yesterday?
It was at night.
Okay. And where were you at?
Work.
You're at work? So you're at Dollar Tree. And what's the voice telling you?
Hurt people.
To hurt people. Hurt people at Dollar Tree? Or hurt people?
Hurt people in general.
Okay. Doesn't say specifically who? Alright. Can you tell how old the voice is?
Man, this guy, even the voices in his head don't want to talk to him. Very vague, not very specific. Can't even win there, man.
My age.
Okay. Do you have a good voice too, or just a bad voice? Is there a voice inside you that says, do good things?
The detective will now start getting confrontational, and the subject's behavior will shift once more in response. You will see him get defensive as he attempts to protect his narrative, and his responses will become much faster. He will even cut the...
Everybody who's clicked on the sub button just to see if they have an absolutely free Twitch Prime sub, thank you very much for keeping me locked up in here even longer, guys. Thank you for 1,200 subs today.
Detective off multiple times. Keep in mind that he was barely saying anything at the start of this interrogation.
Yeah, he's not faking consistently. It's true.
Can't be. You held down a job for 2 years. If you were doing things bad, you wouldn't be able to hold a job down for 2 years, right? Okay. I mean, look.
It's me and then my bad side.
I understand. Everybody's got a quote good and bad side. There's people.
No, it's a voice. The voice is in here.
Yeah, dude. Use your hands. Confuse him.
Just trying to be a good person.
Okay.
Set aside his contradicting behavior for a moment and focus solely on his storyline. In his ideal scenario, we are to believe that he was battling these supposed voices and, in his own words, trying to be a good person. Yet he was unable to reveal or seek help for this internal struggle until the very moment of his arrest. It was quite literally the second he was confronted with his comeuppance that his supposed demons came to light. Now that he is in custody, with the atrocities already committed, he is somehow able to maintain control over the force that was previously keeping him silent. But a deleted video that would later be extracted from his phone would tell a very different story.
Hello, my name is Nick, and I'm going to be the next school shooter of 2018. My goal is at least 20 people with an AR-15 and a couple tracer rounds. I think I can get done. Location is Stone Douglas, in Parkland, Florida. It's going to be a big event. And when you see me on the news, you'll all know who I am.
There are no signs of perceptual disturbances.
I mean, that is crazy, though, too, right? Like, that is fucking crazy. I really don't think, okay, so I watched this. You guys ever watch Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman? You guys ever see Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman? There was an episode on it. It's a great show. I highly recommend it. It's a great show. It's really about, it's like a science show, and they teach you, like, basically Morgan Freeman narrates, and he brings on a bunch of different scientists and teach you about, like, cool science shit. It's fucking awesome. So, like, teach you about black holes, wormholes, shit like that. Fucking cool. There was an episode, though, on a bunch of research that was happening through the cornhole. Yep. Okay, good one. Good one, man. Yeah, through the cornhole. Yeah, good shit. Good shit, man. Thank you so much for that. What would I have done without you, man? What would I have done without you? Yeah, through the cornhole. Yeah, we've all been there. We've all been there. All right. Well, and Through the Wormhole, there's this one episode where basically they showed that violence spreads the same way that a disease does. And they were showing how, you know, school shooters and things like that, there are clusters of violence and how it spreads based off of people seeing different things in the news, and it instills that in sick people. And I really just, like, shit like this, I don't understand why they continue to name the people who do these terrible acts. I understand that justice needs to be served and stuff like that. I really think it's because the media is just, like, sensationalized, and any extra details that you can have on a news network, they'll do it even if it means more people getting hurt. Like, I feel like media is so much of the problem. Like, it's all about the views. People will literally do anything for views, and it's disgusting.
There is no anguish, doubt, hesitation, or uncertainty when announcing his intentions. By his own name,
look at
he
Mizkiff.
claims to have continuously fought against the evil intentions of the voice. Yet, from a visual standpoint,
Mizkiff, man.
there is no conflict in this video whatsoever.
It's me and then my bad side.
I understand. Everybody's got a, quote, good and bad side. There's people...
No, it's a voice. The voice is in here. And that is me, just trying to be a good person.
Okay. But, obviously, again, when you say it's a voice, it's you. It's all you. The voice is you as well.
Yeah.
The voice didn't force you to do anything, right?
No, the voice did. It's two voices. There's one half that's the good and then the bad.
Yeah.
His rapidly interchanging behavior has now gone from catatonic to manic to hallucinatory to now highly attentive and cautious.
Okay, well, the voice tells me to go to lunch.
Have a good
and not pay
Subathon,
for
Richie
my
Boo.
meal.
Here's my 45 seconds. Don't spend it all in one place, less than 3.
Yo, thank you for the 3 months. Honestly, if this guy keeps going at this rate in the interrogation, he's going to have more voices than I have subs.
But I pay for my meal because I know that's the right thing to do, right? Okay, let's talk about it. Did the voice didn't tell you to take Uber, right?
Yes, it did.
It did?
Yes.
The voice said take Uber. Did
the voice said do not take a yellow cab. It said do not take a lift. It said you must take an Uber, an Uber pool, because there are too many of us in this car to not take an Uber pool. you gotta take Uber pool. We'll split it for me and the other voices in your head. Hashtag ahead.
It's in me.
You're the voice.
His voice is sponsored.
In here.
Okay, it's in your head.
Yes.
What is it? A male voice or a female voice?
Male.
Male?
The subject was beginning to panic, but the detective dials it in for the time being and switches the discussion back to more trivial matters. It seems that he wants to consult with the investigators outside before maximizing the pressure.
Iris!
Reestablish
OTK Iris! Hi, Iris! OTK Iris! Yo, Iris, I just want to say it was so nice meeting you yesterday. I hope that you enjoyed the experience. I know it was probably a little bit fucking crazy. I know that it was probably a little bit crazy, but I had a lot of fun. Thank you for sharing in my last night outside. I am currently, Iris, locked up inside of Mizkif, who you met last night, in his closet. It was my pleasure. It was so nice meeting you, and I'm sure that we'll get to hang out sometime soon as well. Enjoy your time in Austin while you're here. It was really cool. It's always cool to get to meet somebody who just genuinely wants to have a good time. So I'm doing a subathon right now. I'm not leaving this closet until that timer hits 0 or until I beat T. We'll see how the subathon goes too. I kind of have an idea for a little tweak we could have, but it depends. It depends. But yeah, hearts in the chat for Iris. Hearts in the chat for Iris. Still over 11 hours. I think that it's going to be 2 weeks in here. I do. I think that we're going to be locked in here for 2 weeks. If somehow we start to get like a shitload of subs, which I actually don't think is going to happen. I don't think that we're going to get like a shitload of subs. I don't even think we're going to hit our all-time sub high. I really don't. If we do, and we manage to beat T in like 2 weeks and there's still a shitload of subs, I might continue the subathon, but make it so I can leave the room. But I'm not 100% sure. It's just, it's the... Thank you very much. It's nice to see you because it's been a really long time. I'm not baiting. I'm telling you guys the truth. I'm not baiting. That's what Ludwig said. Yeah, but like Ludwig, didn't Lud get most of his subs at the beginning? I feel like you usually, like, I feel like, no. Dude, I don't watch Ludwig streams. I don't watch Ludwig streams. He clearly watches mine, though. You seen that mustache? No, I do watch Lud streams. I don't get to very often, though. I really don't get to. I just wanted to say that joke. I don't get to as nearly as much as I want to. I just wanted to get that joke out. Lud is, I'm a little bit of a parasocial Andy myself. Lud is one of the streamers who, when I watch him, I'm like, we're going to be buds. Yo, what's up, Seer? You're annoying. Yeah, thanks for watching the stream, Shattered. Yeah, somebody mod Shattered Amethyst. I need somebody to keep me in check, dude. He said you're annoying. I need that. Yeah, I actually really need that, man. Yo, thank you, man. Thank you, Amethyst. Yeah, thanks for keeping me based, bro. Yo, Seer, are you still here? Oh, man. You're a giant, beautiful pussy. Oh, God. Slow down, man. That's Iris's alt. Okay, shut up. I can hear, Miz. Just got home. I'm gonna watch you until I fall asleep, bro. Yo, if you could do me a favor, Seer, could you go on your computer right now and open up multiple tabs, all with full volume on, to watch me while I'm asleep? Thank you, man. Thank you, OTK Seer. Number 8. Call Seer? No, let the guy relax. Jesus fucking Christ. He's been on 30 streams in the past 2 days. He has not been off camera since he joined OTK. Dude, it's felt like summer camp the past few days. Since Seer has joined, it's felt like summer camp. Like, everybody's just down to hang out. I feel like the past few weeks have been some of the best content Twitch has seen in months. Dude, Twitch sucked. It was so fucking bad for a while. Honestly, right around the time Asmon took its break. Shit Camp did something. Shit Camp was good. And then before Shit Camp, the Final Fantasy, like, bomb. Like, that shit was fucking crazy. But then, besides Shit Camp, the thing with Shit Camp was so fast, you know? It was so fucking fast. It was over really fast. But, like, this has been really good. Asmon took a break, dude. Twitch is always worse without Asmon. Obviously, I want him to take a break. I love him like a brother. And I'm glad that he's able to
Twitch is blessed
he has
by
a job where he's able to take the time off to take care of his mom. He's one of the best guys you've ever fucking met. He's one of the best guys I've ever met my entire fucking life. But the thing is like, he's just like, he's such a positive presence on the platform. And that's not coming as somebody who watches a stream, or, well, I do, it does come as somebody who watches a stream a lot, but it's not coming from somebody who's just his friend or just works with him, you know? He really is, I think we can all agree, he's an important pillar of the community.
Is a certain level of trust before leaving the room.
Let me go. I'm going to go back and see what everybody's doing as far as what they need me to do.
You're not a psychologist or anything? Or?
No, I'm not. I'm a 59-year-old man who's raised 3 children, so I guess that makes me somewhat of a psychologist.
I think you can give me a psychologist.
He's like, yo, you can't tell I'm completely bullshitting right now, can you?
Psychologist here.
I can certainly ask.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a psychologist before?
No.
Okay.
The subject scratches his arm for another 2 minutes. He then switches to a hallucinatory state and appears to be seeing things in the room.
All right. Got some stuff here.
The detective will once more dismiss the act by pretending to not see it. He will then pose a question to the subject, and the charade will cease immediately.
Mod check? Sanity? Mod check? Sanity?
Water. Will you put it back over here? You definitely don't want the water, huh?
It's very interesting to
He's a
observe
school
his
shooter.
facial
Yeah,
expressions
he's a
at
school
the
shooter.
exact moments he abandons fake behavior. These are the very brief junctures
This
in
guy's
which his
dead.
true self
I
appears
have
to
no idea.
surface. It's easy to get distracted by the present situation as he sits there in a hospital gown chained to the floor, essentially helpless to the cunning devices being used against him. But in moments like this, we are reminded of what we're actually dealing with. A very short time ago, he was not helpless at all. He was the one preying on the helpless, offering them none of the sympathy nor mercy of which he is now trying to garner for himself.
All right, this psychologist you want to talk to. Obviously, I would have to tell him what you want to talk to him about. So, what exactly what do you want me to ask him, or why do you want?
Don't try to make this something it isn't, because I feel like people will. But you know, the guy who like killed the other dude and he like couldn't give a reason to do it, he freaked me out, right? Like he freaked me out a lot. But I didn't genuinely hate him the way that I fucking hate this guy. Like, I fucking hate this guy. Like, that dude was so creepy, but, like, I just feel so much hatred. Because of him, like, trying to, like, because he cares so much about himself. Is why I hate him, I think.
I'm going to talk to a psychologist.
Find out what's wrong with me.
Well, what do you think's wrong with you?
I don't know.
The detective in this next segment will attain further information about the supposed voices, only he will no longer have to tread carefully in order to maintain a friendly connection. He will still secure useful information, but also get confrontational as and when he pleases. The risk of frightening the suspect to the point where it stops the interrogation is no longer a concern.
When you hear the voices, are the voices like outside your head or inside your head when you hear them?
Inside.
Okay, so it's not like you don't hear a voice from that corner talking to you. It's inside your head. And is it always the same voice, or is it only one voice?
One voice, same.
And you said it's a man's voice? That's, yeah.
Yes.
Does it sound like anybody you've ever met? Anybody you ever seen on TV? Can you tell, like, by an accent? Is it what kind of, is it an old man, young man, white man,
Young
black?
man.
Young man? About the same age as you think?
Is that another
There's
contradiction?
only one voice you ever hear, right?
Yes.
Besides the number?
Do you hear the voice when you're in bed at night sleeping?
Yes.
Do you ever see anything with the voice? Like yeah, like, you know, some people say, oh,
What's
I see
that
a
face?
person
I can't
sitting in
breathe.
the corner. You don't see anybody sitting over there, do you? It's just me and you, right? All right. Do you always obey what the voice tells you to do?
I try not to.
Okay. Well, how many, on any given week, how many times do you think you hear the voice? All the time?
Once every day.
Once every day? Morning, afternoon, night? Always the same time?
Usually in the afternoon.
About what time?
11 to 12.
Why do you think it's those hours?
I don't know.
It's always around lunchtime? Now you talked about demons, and then you talk about the
that's
voice.
the demon. The voice is the demon.
The voice is the demon. So there's not
the
two.
person, whoever it is.
Does it have a name?
No name.
Does it ever say, "Hey, my name's Nick"? Does it use your name or use somebody else's name? Just a voice with no name.
Just a voice with no name telling me what to do.
Voice with no name. That's what NMP's dad called me.
Did the voice tell you to buy that AR-15?
Yes.
Did it tell you, "Hey, buy that gun, it looks cool"? Did the AR-15 get picked out because it was similar to the gun that an Army Ranger would carry?
No, it was because of the voice.
What do you think if you didn't buy it, if you said, "Hey, I ain't buying these guns, too expensive," what do you think the voice would have done to you? Did you stop talking to you?
No, tell me to hurt myself.
How would you hurt yourself?
Cut.
You're a cutter?
I'm a cutter.
Alright. When was the last time you cut yourself?
Earlier.
Earlier when?
When I was fishing.
Earlier today or earlier?
Earlier today.
Where were you fishing at today?
At a lake.
Okay. Before the school shooting?
Yes.
What'd you
He cut his hand on like the tackle box. Dude, this is the fucking the most ridiculous shit ever.
cut yourself with?
Knife.
Those little scratches on your arms? Let me look at them. Come on, man. I get worse scratches weeding my flower bed than that. You weren't trying to hurt yourself.
Yes,
oh my god.
Wasn't sharp enough?
No.
How many knives do you have?
4, 5.
How long have you been cutting yourself?
Years.
Years? You ever cut yourself where you had to go to the hospital?
It's like, hey man, I know I'm interrogating you, but you're a fucking pussy.
Get stitches?
Not very good at
cut
cutting.
yourself,
No.
it's because the voice just told you to cut yourself. And if you didn't talk or you didn't listen to the voice, then you were going to be alone because your voice was your only friend. That's kind of what you're saying. Even though you have a biological brother. Since me and you have been talking, have you heard the voices? What's it said?
Saying you cut yourself.
For you to cut yourself. Does the voice like me?
Huh?
Does the voice like me?
Doesn't trust you.
Why doesn't he trust me? I'm pretty relaxed, ain't I?
I'm trying to figure that out too.
Well, what doesn't he like about me? I mean, I'm kind of grinning because I want to know what the voice's problem is with me. What doesn't he like about me? I treated you fairly. I've given you water. I talked nice to you.
The voice is literally, he's like actually, the voice is literally just him. He's so fucking bad. This guy could be a streamer. Nah, man, even streamers can fucking fake better than that, man.
You know?
You're too nice.
I'm too nice, yeah.
Yeah.
How many times has the voice talked to you while we've been in the room here together?
A lot.
Has the voice said jump out of the chair and do anything bad to that policeman?
Saying kill yourself now.
Have you ever tried to watch Mizkif? Nah, dude, his stories are really believable.
Has finally made an appearance.
I don't really believe.
I mean, I think he only tells true stories. Do you hear that one story where he was like, "Yo, dude, I was walking around, and then this guy walked up to me, and he was like, yo, if you sit down, I'll give you $10,000." And then he pulled off his face, and it was Mr. Beast. And Mr. Beast was like, "Hey, dude, you want to come on my private jet? I'll give you $10,000." And then he was on the private jet, and then Mr. Beast pulled out the laptop, and he was like, "Yo, do you want to try Mr. Beast Burger?" And then Mizkif did the tier list for it, and he was on the airplane, and they started playing Crash, and then him and Mr. Beast won $800 million. You ever hear that one? That shit was wild, dude. I think Valkyrie was there.
There is a voice, to be honest with you. No, I don't think there is.
Yo, Booba, thank you. Booba, everybody coming over from Booba stream. We're going to do a slumber party at the FC tonight. I will be green screening myself into, I'm going to be green screening myself into, well, that's kind of weird. I don't really want to green screen myself into that, but just to show you guys, I will be green screening myself. It's getting cold in here. I will be green screening myself into the FC where we can all hang out. Holy shit. I don't feel good. I'm going to feel so much better once I wake up.
You probably want to kill yourself because of what happened, but...
No, the voice is telling me to kill myself.
Okay, but the voice is telling you that the AR-15s is... You like guns, man. You wanted to be a ranger. You like guns. It's all right. There's cops like that. There's cops who got 50 million guns. You didn't buy guns because the voice said, hey, today I like Mossbergs, tomorrow I like AR-15s. You like guns.
Can call the psychologist.
Even the cops laughing at him. He's like, dude, come on. We got a lot in common.
I get it. I've already got the questions from some of the psychologists. Some of the questions I asked you were from. Yeah.
I see.
That's the ones I asked you. You already?
No.
The questions were obviously from the investigation team and not a psychologist, but the suspect doesn't know this, and it's fascinating to observe his reaction when he sees the questions are not sympathetic in nature. He perhaps thought a psychotherapist would be asking him about his feelings and affording him some type of reassurance after he committed mass murder, and he becomes very unsettled once he realizes the procedure won't be quite as sympathetic.
Voices. Are they inside or outside of your head? What do the voices say? These are all questions I asked you. How many voices? You said one. Whose voice do you think it was? You didn't know.
What's wrong with me?
I don't know. I don't understand why you can't...
I know. You're fucking stupid.
You like guns. You want to talk to a psychologist. Why didn't you talk to a psychologist when the voices started?
The voice is telling me not to. And I just,
good excuse.
The voice was telling you not to talk to a psychologist?
Yeah, but myself, I wanted to.
You ever go to church?
I wanted to.
No, I'm saying ever in your life.
Yeah.
Do you believe in God?
Mr. Campbell. Oh, thank you, man.
Believe in God.
What do you believe in?
I feel like there's something.
Okay. What, do you believe in demons? Do you believe in angels?
You're a good friend. It's to
Angels is the
I owe you
good.
$500.
Demons are the bad. But when you say the word demon, you think it's an evil spirit?
Oh, yeah, you're back.
Or what do you think
I miss
it is?
you.
Always.
The subject had earphones in during the mass shooting. The topic now lands on the music he was listening to.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we don't like the same music. What kind of music were you listening to? Name the group.
What was it? Mark Green.
You have to help me. Mark what?
Mark something.
What was the song though?
Sad.
That's the name of the song? Sad?
No, Salad Days.
Salad Days? Hold on one second.
What else?
Oh, you listen to more than one song? What other songs you listen to?
Just a lot of sad songs.
Alright. Did you pick the music yourself? Or did the demon pick the music?
The demon and then myself partially.
Alright, which ones did you pick?
The sad ones.
Which ones did he pick?
The evil ones.
The evil ones. Give me an evil one compared to a sad one. You already gave me a sad one. What's an evil one?
Panzermensch.
What?
Panzermensch.
Panzermensch. And what does that say?
I don't know.
I mean, there's no lyrics to it?
Oh, no. Oh, well, there is lyrics, but I don't know what it means.
But is it in English?
No.
What language is it in?
German.
German? Do you speak German?
No.
Then how do you know what the lyrics mean?
I don't.
So they could be happy, right?
I don't know if they're happy or not.
Well, again, you don't because you can't speak it.
The demon chose it. I didn't choose.
But you have them on your. How long do you think you had them on your playlist?
A long.
The best part was I was calling him stupid. I was calling him stupid, and everybody started saying good one. I was like, fuck yeah. It landed. Everybody was like, go on, go on. What I said was he could even listen to a song in English and he probably won't understand what it meant. Because he's so stupid. He had to be there.
Okay, so you've listened to him a lot of times?
Do it, Rich!
Watch this little mouse nibble live on
Playlist of
stream.
music that the demon helped you pick out, but you picked out some of them. I'm just having a tough time understanding this demon thing.
I know. Nobody understands.
Well, the Xanax you were talking to me about earlier, where'd you get the Xanax? On the street or?
On the streets.
So you used to buy that? Other than Xanax and marijuana, what other drugs you never tried? Vodka? PCP? Cocaine? Heroin?
No.
Okay, Xanax, how many of those did you take when you used to take them?
5.
Okay, 5. What side bar? How big? I mean, what color was it?
Half, sometimes full.
Okay, what color? They all
White.
White.
He took 5 halves? Bro, this guy's fucking stupid, man. This guy is the worst liar alive. I think if you had no tolerance at all, and you took 2 or 3, you're dead. And then he fucking said 5, and he was like, how big? Half? It would probably kill you? Yeah, I think so, man.
Alright, but that was off the street.
It would do brain damage for sure, yeah.
Did they help you sleep?
It made me drowsy.
Okay. Did it make the demon go away?
Yeah.
He literally just said, I took 5 Xanax and stayed awake. Bro, one time I was really sick in the hospital. I was having a panic attack. And they gave me Xanax. And they gave me half a bar. I think they gave me half a bar or something like that. I passed out for like 2 fucking days. I literally had like 2 fucking days. I have no idea. I don't know. Like, I really don't know much about drugs. But yeah, like, I was just like asleep forever. Sounds about right? Yeah, dude, fucking terrifying, man. This motherfucker says he took 5.
When was the last time you think you did Xanax?
A long time.
So if the Xanax helps you get the demons away,
Marijuana does it better.
marijuana does better. When was the last time you smoked marijuana?
Last week.
Last week? If you're making $1,200 a week, why didn't you smoke marijuana every day to get rid of the demon? It's illegal? It's illegal. It was illegal whether you do it once a week or once every 5 minutes. So why?
Hey, man. This guy's got a point.
Did you choose to get rid of the demon by doing it? Anytime you heard the demon, just light up a blunt. I mean, you had the money, man.
I know it was illegal and I didn't want to do wrong, but he wanted to do wrong.
Okay. So the demon wanted you to do wrong, but then your good side didn't want to do wrong by smoking marijuana? Even though it made him go away.
Base, bro.
Well, I don't know why you didn't tell the doctor then you had anxiety problems and marijuana and Xanax cured your anxiety and made the demons go away. It seemed like an easy fix, man. If that's true.
Give this guy a Xanax prescription and tell him to go get a job. Case closed. Bum, 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 bum. The chewing's bad? Sorry.
You sure you didn't like the demon's voice? You sure?
I'm sure.
Then why didn't you go to a doctor to get rid of it?
I was afraid. I'm just afraid to be.
Why, well, forget that for a second. Let me ask you another crazy question.
Okay.
If the demon, was the demon there that night? Ian beat you up on campus?
Huh?
Was the demon there that day when Ian beat you up on campus?
Yes. He told me to go up.
Guys, I'm eating random crap food that it was the only thing that was open right now. It's fucking disgusting. This is like the most disgusting thing I've ever eaten. I'm not even kidding. I would rather be eating actual prison food right now. Jelly peanut, starting tomorrow, is going to be, or maybe not starting tomorrow, but soon is going to, this is poison. I'm not even joking. That's why I don't want you guys to see it. It's actual fucking poison, man. Jelly peanut, though, is going to be cooking food for me soon.
Okay, so who did Ian beat up? You or the demon?
Me.
Okay, so why didn't the demon do something to stop it?
Why didn't it do it?
Huh?
Why didn't it?
I don't know. That's a good question, because the demon's telling you to do all these bad things. Why couldn't the demon get you mad enough to get the best of Ian? I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know either. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Why?
Richer cute.
Why?
This motherfucker's such a pussy that even the demon that fucking possessed him was a bitch.
I don't know. The demon's this
I don't know why.
all-powerful thing that tells you to do bad things, and you're afraid of it. Why didn't the demon just take over right then when Ian was getting the best of you and get the best of Ian? Well, why did the demon not do that? Why do you think?
Trying to figure it out.
I don't know. I can't figure it out either, because I don't think the demon exists.
I think.
I don't think it exists.
No, like.
I think that go ahead, bud.
Am I able to like think to myself about it?
Yeah, sure.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, you can think all you want. I'm just.
No, I'm just thinking about the demon.
All right. Well, you want me? I'll leave you to think for a while, and I'll come back and talk to you. I personally, I think you're using the demon as an excuse.
I'm not. I promise.
Yeah, I think I need to I need to work on I need to flesh out my demon a little bit. Let me think about him.
You could have stopped the demon by getting a prescription for marijuana. You could have stopped the demon by getting a prescription for Xanax. You could have stopped the demon by illegally doing marijuana, which you were doing anyway. You could have stopped the demon by doing Xanax illegally, which you were doing anyway. You could have stopped the demon anytime you want. You didn't want to stop the demon.
The subject seems to be coming to the realization that he's not going to be treated as a victim. As he begins to meet this reality, you will notice him exhibit signs of fear. You will then see him attempt to escape the confrontation by feigning a state of psychosis once more. The detective will recognize this, but this time will not afford reassurance. He will instead apply further condemnation, and a visibly frightening realization will engulf the suspect from that point forward. It's essentially the very beginning of Retribution. The detective introduces him to the rest of his life at this moment.
That is legal talk for God his ass.
You didn't. You could have. I've given you 4 ways you could have stopped the demon, man. Okay, now you're just acting like that because.
No.
Okay, well, relax. You're just acting like that because I'm making sense. Calm down. I'm making sense, and you don't like when it makes sense.
Where are you gonna go, bro? Where are you gonna go?
Because it doesn't fit into the story you're telling right now.
I'm telling you the story. It's true.
Well, why are you looking at your arm now?
I'm trying to understand why.
Well, why didn't you want to stop the demon?
I don't know.
I think you like the demon.
No, I don't.
Why didn't you stop it then?
I don't like the demon. I don't like the demon. I don't like the demon. I don't like the demon.
Well, that's
bars, dude. I don't like the demon. I don't like the demon.
If the demon even exists.
Can I get an attorney or something?
You want what? An attorney?
Oh my God, good one, bro.
The voices tell you to get an attorney? Okay. All right, we tell the voice that don't hurt yourself.
I plead the 5th. You already said everything, bitch.
The attorney, the demon just requested, I will stop talking to you.
I'm scared.
You're scared of what?
Scared of
what?
Why wouldn't he protect me, man?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't he protect me?
All right, well, again, your demon wants an attorney. Does the demon know an attorney? Any name in particular?
Belial.
Alright, well just relax. You're done talking to me. And once again...
Bro, you just know that detective went home and fucked the shit out of his wife. He fucking put his holster up and he was like, and then I said, does your demon know an attorney? And he dicked her down. What a fucking chat. Or his husband. Whoever his partner was. He fucked the shit out of his partner. Not his police partner, his life partner. He fucked the shit, or he got the shit fucked out of him. Look, it's 2021. Whatever he did, I'm sure he had a good time. And he was like, yo, you want to hear about the time I said, does your demon know an attorney? I'm going to mute for a sec.
I grabbed the wrong key.
Maybe not just one partner. Maybe it's Polly, you know? Is that legal? Who cares? He's the law.
Alright, do me a favor. Stay seated. Put your hands, kind of sit forward in your chair. I'm going to put handcuffs behind you. Since you keep talking about hurting yourself. Hold on. Put your hand behind your back. No, not behind the chair. Behind your back. I don't want to make it that uncomfortable.
Since you're scared of hurting yourself, I got you.
Comfortable.
Oh, why don't you want me to hurt myself?
Because what did the demon say about me? I'm a nice guy.
Dude, he actually just fucking tortured him. He literally took every single thing he said and just fucking tortured him. Dude, that guy is a Twitch viewer. Like, Rich, actually, your title said this and you're stalling, bitch. I noticed that you didn't go live because Asma was live. Scaredy cat. Like, this guy's literally Twitch chat. He's sitting there with fucking notes, bro. Just fucking waiting. Just fucking waiting, man. He's a view count Andy. Yeah, dude. He's literally a view count Andy, bro. What are you trying to do? Suck the demon's dick, brother?
Nicholas Cruz was taken to the Broward County Jail, where he remains in isolation to this day. His trial date is yet to be scheduled.
The 20-year-old has been held without bond since last year's mass shooting that left 17 people dead. His attorney said he would plead guilty in exchange for a
20 with that hairline? There is justice, man.
life sentence, but prosecutors rejected that offer and are seeking the death penalty.
You know the feeling when you realize you've bought things you'll never use? Sound
Bro.
familiar? Then try Vinted. These boots.
Hello? Hello? Dude, what the fuck?
They were supposed to go with everything. It's simple.
What's going on with this
Snap
ad?
the item,
I just
upload on
want
the app, and
to...
sell
Do
without
they
fees.
give you those
Download
glasses
the
when you
Vinted
go to
app
jail?
today.
I take Nurtec with me wherever I go. Ask your doctor about Nurtec today.
Wait, what is that drug for? Wait, what is that drug for? What is Nurtec for? Wait, please tell me it's not for birth control. Please tell me it's not for birth control. It's for migraines? Okay. Yeah. Okay, they know I started the subathon. Like, that shit freaks me out, man. The targeted ads freak me out.
Penalty.
Wait. No. Do they give you these glasses when you get arrested?
17 people dead.
For, like, murder. These are the most serial killer glasses ever. I kind of want to watch one more of these. This is fucking good.